Sure.
This is how it must be.
Catch up.
You are not welcome here. Charge! Solidify. I will have order. Fall in. Press the advantage!
Delve into destiny. Fate is upon me. As a good knight should.
Will meet. How regretful.
I'll catch up.
Time to go to work. Gather!
I must leave no stone.
Charge! Solidify! Advance! Everyone on me!
Decided by destiny. As a dutiful knight would. Rankin.
We'll meet again.
Left away. Someone needs assistance.
This is order.
Someone needs assistance.
Time to go to work. Stabilize.
Advance! Rally!
Let me scry. Fate is upon you. Time to clean up.
Now you're testing my patience.
Steady as stone.
Will meet again.
I will have order.
Solidify.
Pull in!
Delve into death. Leave it all to me. I can't wait any longer!
Let's go get ourselves some...
I'll catch up.
Catherine, we're here! That's right. I suppose I'm the other... Shh! We're on a secret mission tonight, so we need... Yep, Paimon's right. If something were to happen, my exit after all, the Academia should still be unable to Yep, exactly. Just what Paimon was thinking. Anyway, enough about off. What do you feel? It's the middle of the night. Of course... No, I think he's right. If you look around, there seems to be fewer people on the streets. I'm not sure if this is the case for the entire city, though. Huh. Maybe it's just a coincidence. Maybe Sataria figured out a way to not only distract the guards, but also to get... I also can't quite figure out why things feel a little off. But now that we're here, let's go ahead and meet her as we planned. Well, regardless, as long as you're here with us, Paimon feels a little safer. There really aren't many people out right now. Let's hope it'll be this quiet in front of the Academia, and that Sataria managed to distract all the guards. People doing here at this hour of the night?
Ah, the triumphant hero returns at last. And to a rather spectacular welcome, even if I do say so myself.
You're the outcast, expelled from the Academia.
Indeed I am. Although these days they tend to call me the Doctor. If you're looking for your researcher friend, she has already been taken into confinement. With some basic caution, she could have discovered the listening device on her person. Clearly, she lacks the degree of rigor expected of a true scholar.
The people of Sumeru City. What have you done to them?
I simply made some minor adjustments to their Akasha terminals. Now they can deposit information directly into the subconscious. As you can see, all these lovely people now believe this traveler is a hero who has just saved the world. My experiment is a success. And now it seems they can no longer hold back their sheer adoration.
Oh no! What should we do? These are all just regular people! Leave now. You need to get out of here. But that guy's a Fatui Harbinger! We can't just leave you here! Nor can I abandon the people of Sumeru! Don't worry. We'll meet again outside of the city.
I see. You appear to have overridden their mental faculties with your own consciousness. To possess such a powerful mind, you must be the God of Wisdom.
This should be far enough. Whew. Paimon needs to catch her breath first. Is Nahida going to be okay? We only made it out because of her. Paimon wasn't counting on running into a new Harbinger here, let alone such a high-ranking one. That guy was number 2. And that even the sages are wary of him. Yeah, but what are the Yeah, Nahida Nahida said we'll meet at... you mean... Oh, right! Even though he turned it down at the time, there's no time to lose. Let's go to Gandharvaville.
Hold it right there. A blonde-haired traveler and a floating fairy. We've got you all right. Take a look around. You've fallen right into our trap.
Are you mercenaries from the Corps of 30? Did you come here to arrest us?
Corps of 30? We're nothing like those government lapdogs who don't even get scraps for their work. We are an elite brigade that commands the highest commission rate in all of Sumeru. We're here on the orders of a client known only as the Outcast.
The Outcast? But why wouldn't the doctor just send the Fatui after us?
Still wasting time on idle chit-chat. We'll shut you up soon enough. Get them!
You're up,
Press the advantage! Gather!
Here comes the catch. As a dutiful maid would.
New punch.
It isn't over yet! Here comes reinforcements!
Solidify! Charge!
That was pretty rough. Is that what elite mercenaries are like? Yeah, looks like we'll have to keep our guards up. But this doctor guy seems like a pretty tough opponent. He knew... going up against smart people is tough. Anyway, let's keep going. Traveler and Paimon, what are you two doing back here? Kale! It's nice to see you again! Are you doing alright?
To be honest, I'm not doing too well. My Elazar has been progressing at a faster rate lately. I'm finding it harder to complete more intricate tasks. As a result, Master Tighnari is taking me off the patrol schedule. He will only allow me to stay here and coordinate other people's tasks.
Oh, Kale! Speaking of Tighnari, Did he go off on patrol? We're here to talk to him.
Oh, Master Tighnari? He just left the Avidia Forest a little while ago. He was headed to Party's DI.
He left? What? Isn't Tighnari always saying that he never wants to leave the Avidia Forest? He even turned down the Sage's invitation.
I thought it was weird too. Master Tighnari always prioritizes his work as a forest watcher above everything. No, I only found out that he left through a message he left behind. He also made sure to delegate all his tasks using a schedule. To leave in such a hurry? I'd guess he had something urgent to take care of. Master Tighnari originally studied in the Amorta Darshan of the Academia, and Partis DI is something like the Amorta's research base. Many rare shrubs and grasses have been planted there for research. I know that before he became a forest watcher, Master Tighnari once spent a long time conducting research at Partis DI.
A research base, huh? Gotta wonder what kind of research Tighnari just decided to work on all of a sudden. Oh, we don't have a lot of time, so let's go look for him at Party's DI.
Don't worry. I'm fine. I'm used to living with Elazar by now. If you run into Master Tighnari, please send him my regards.
Got it. Will do. See you later, Kale.
Good roll. All right. one more day. And knock out the rest of the...
Thank goodness you're okay. We were so worried about you. This was supposed to be a touching reunion, but you're ruining the moment! Actually, it's very smart of the Traveler to be wary of me right now. After all, the Doctor has shown that his technology can apparently even control human minds. Plus, it's not like you could have known what happened after we split up and I was facing the Doctor by myself. Even a pool of stagnant water after a torrential storm can occasionally pass as a patch of sky. Paimon feels like only the real Nahida could come up with such an obscure analogy. Huh? But I wasn't trying to win your trust or anything. All I wanted was to clarify my point. Well, we understand that point now. Please, Nahida, tell us more about what happened. Are those poor people all right? When you left, I was still in the middle of restoring everyone's minds. Thankfully, when the Doctor mentioned depositing information into the subconscious, he didn't mean engraving information into their minds. Instead, he did something closer to creating... Luckily, I managed to finish my restorations and mind jump away from him just as he was about to capture me. What a relief. The Doctor sure pulled out some hidden cards, but good thing we had Nahida with us. I wouldn't be relieved just yet. I gave away my true identity when I restored everyone's minds, which means we've lost another one of our trump cards. Also, the Doctor is already an expert at modifying Akasha terminals. Maybe it's only a matter of time until he captures my consciousness inside the Akasha. Would that mean you'd no longer be able to jump between minds? Then, how do we stop him? It feels like he's toying with us. What a nasty piece of work. Plus, the Doctor's combat ability alone is apparently enough to make him worthy of being number 2 of the Fatui. We shouldn't give up hope just yet. Let's try to find another way to attack this problem. Actually, Nahida, how did you know we were trying to get to Party's DI? Have you been waiting for us? Yes, I have. I can see the Traveler's elemental energy, so I deduced your destination by looking at the direction you were moving in. You didn't come here for sightseeing, right? Did you find any leads? We're looking for a scholar we know. His name is Tighnari, and the sages once tried to reach out to him. Why don't you come inside with us and see what we can find? Okay. Let's just hope we won't get him into trouble.
Take it easy. Traveler? It is you!
Ah! The voice! It's Hepatia!
Ah, what a pleasant surprise! It's so nice to see the two of you again.
Who's this? She's a scholar we met in the Avidia Forest. When we last saw each other, she was still training in the... what's it called? Satyavada life? Oh, I see.
That's right, we're old friends. You've come at just the right time. Ever since I've come here, hardly anyone has even talked to me.
Hepatia, you're way too excited about this. Actually, for you to leave the Avidia Forest means... you're not in training anymore? Wait, no. Did you already finish your training and reach Paripurna life?
What do you think? My consciousness has already managed to make contact with the divine.
You did it! Congratulations!
It's so exhilarating to share this sublime joy with others at long last! When my consciousness made contact with the gods. Ah, what a supreme and unparalleled experience that was!
That sounds incredible!
Oh, all right. Actually, please wait. I haven't forgotten my promise to you. Remember? I promised to help you understand what you saw from Irminsul once I gained deeper insights. My current self has not only gained true insight, but I can even help you establish a direct connection to the consciousness of the divine.
You can do that? I've never heard of anything like that, but if you want to give it a try, I'll do my best to protect your consciousness during the process.
Hold on. I brought some spirit borneal with me. This is still a crucial part of the ceremony.
We're using that incense again?
All right now. Hold my hand. I'll help you establish a pathway to connect your consciousness.
Okay.
Ready?
It took 3 betrayals for me to finally understand. The world is just an elaborate tapestry of lies. My fury will never be quelled. The first to betray me was a god. My creator. My mother. Valuing strength above all, she saw no worth in me and I was discarded. The second was a human. My family. My friend. Consumed by fear, he saw me as an abomination. The third was one exactly like me. A hope for the future. A fledgling barely out of the nest. Powerless before his mortality, he broke his promise to me. Humans, they can't be trusted. And the gods fill me with pure loathing. So I said good riddance. I denounced the world and laugh in its face. My chest will never again be defiled by worldly filth. I will scrub away every last trace of human emotion. Then it will be empty, a blank slate, and ready to receive a supreme gnosis, brimming with pure divinity. There is no need to fear. The pain will be brief. Your era is coming to an end.
What was that? Did we actually just see the Balladier's memories? Everything matches what we know about him. But how is he connected to the divine consciousness that Hepatia was talking about?
You saw it, right? You felt it, right? Such a majestic god! Such a noble will! Such sublime emotion! Alas, shame. If only that which beats within my chest wasn't a filthy mortal heart. Oh, great and merciful God! Please grant me forgiveness and salvation!
Do you understand now? I'm afraid this is no Periporno life, but rather...
You! Why are you so mean to me? Why is everyone hiding from me? I found divine wisdom. Shouldn't I receive praise and honor? Haven't I uncovered that light in the darkness?
Hepatia?
That's how I always thought everything should be. Wait. Have I already lost my mind?
Wait, something isn't right. Okay, we finally lost him. Are you okay, Nahida? Wait, no. Something feels different. You're back!
Oh, the Traveler's back?
Nahida was controlling your body for a while. It seemed like she jumped over to you as an emergency measure right before the Catherine puppet was destroyed. After that, Tighnari heard the commotion and came over. He helped us defeat the mercenaries and then he ran with us all the way here. What? You swapped places? You mean your consciousness also went into Nahida's body? Wait, then where is Nahida's consciousness? Where is she now?
I never imagined that an individual's consciousness could be transferred around like this. Had I not seen it with my own eyes, I would have never believed it. I don't think this can be achieved with current human technology. Also, while we were running, the consciousness in your body told me to pass on a message. She said, "The doctor has found a way to trap my consciousness, so I can't journey with you anymore. But even in a moonless night, a shower of starlight can still drown out illusions and lies."
Oh no! Nahida's trapped in the sanctuary of Surasthana for good this time! Was that message all she left for us? It's pretty vague. Oh, that makes sense! Since the doctor captured her, she won't be able to say anything without him knowing. She's being extra careful. Even in a moonless night, a shower of starlight can still drown out illusions and lies. Huh. Paimon knows the moon illusions and lies are from the alchemical divination at the Sub-Zeru's festival. Didn't Nahida use a starlight analogy before? It had something to do with Sataria. Oh, that makes a lot of sense. Huh. Do you think Nahida was telling us to go find help in the desert? But she isn't with...
Paimon, you said Sanctuary of Surasthana. Does this mean that this Nahida you're talking about, the consciousness who was occupying...
The situation's a bit complicated, so it's really hard for us to explain right now.
That's all right. A scholar's curiosity doesn't need to be appeased right away. As for the complicated nature of the situation, safe to say I have witnessed... I've spent some time with you, and it looks like the dendro... All I know is that that project has something to do with the restoration of Irminsul.
Huh? Did you see something when you were in Nahida's body? What?
Do you have any evidence? So that's what happened. That explains why Hepatia's symptoms were different from those of the other scholars who went mad. It's because she made contact with the consciousness of a new god who is still in the process of being born.
Tighnari, did you leave the Avidia Forest because of Hepatia?
I did. I noticed Hepatia's mental anomalies, but since her symptoms were rather atypical, I secretly took her to Pardis Dii and began searching for a way to return her to her normal self.
Let me read your comment in a moment.
Hepatia would have already been taken by the Matra to the desert. Now that you mention it, I knew the Academia has never thought particularly highly of Lesser Lord Kusanali, but I still didn't expect them to do something as the Doctor and the Balladeer. We have 2 Fatui Harbingers in Sumeru. Sounds like we're in for a bad time. From your description, I don't think they've completed their project. There may still be room for us to intervene. But then, what is the connection between creating a new god and restoring Irminsul?
Yeah, it feels like we're still nowhere close to figuring out the Sage's goals. Right. We've pretty much gone over everything we need to know, so we should head out. How about you, Tighnari? What are you
That'll be your fastest route. Come find me here if there's anything else I can do to help. May the spirit of wisdom go with you.
Thanks, Tighnari. Hopefully Hepatia will feel better soon. We're off then.
Actually, I do sleep. Maybe like 5 hours from now. 5, 6, or 7, 8 hours from now. At least when I'm really tired, at least I can sleep. It's hard for me to sleep, honestly. I find it difficult to sleep every day. So at least when I'm very exhausted, at least, you know, at least I would be able to get some sleep. I need to be really exhausted so I can sleep. Even though I'm just tired, I still can't sleep. So at least and my body would just want to shut down, I would be able to sleep. Well, I guess.
Take it easy.
I'm not sure, but yesterday I think I streamed for more than 15 hours, 16, 17, 18 hours yesterday for some reason. But of course, that's not one stream in a go, you know, it's across
Take it easy.
3 different accounts. I'm actually getting tired, but I'm not sure if I can sleep. Feels like insomnia. Okay, so... Well, since I can't sleep, so I will be working on a 3rd channel. So it'll be like Gundam and Mecha channel. Since this channel originally was the Gundam channel, but now it became a Genshin channel. So yeah, maybe I'll just make another channel so that
Enough gawking.
my Gundam videos will at least get some exposure.
Over here.
No, this is the channel that I do live. My Genshin Fights channel is supposed to be where I upload my heavily edited videos where, for example, like Diluc and Kaya fighting, you know, I just like to imagine a scenario that they fight, so I just take some scenes and splice them up and make them fight. But yeah, it's not a real cutscene, but you know, one can wish.
How did we lose them? They were just here a second ago.
More Aramite mercenaries? Who are they working for this time? Anyway, Traveler, it seems like we were being followed again.
You were too careless. You should have noticed those hopeless amateurs trailing you a long time ago. There's no need to thank me. I've never cared to keep track of personal favors. All I did was correct a mistake I happened to come across. It's a habit I developed at the Academia.
You really gave Paimon a scare, I'll hate them. We never thought we'd run into you here. Last time we met at Port Ormos, didn't you say you were going back to the Academia? Wait, don't tell Paimon that you're here to take us back on their orders.
Oh, so you've already landed yourselves on the Academia's hit list. I can't say that I didn't expect it. However, had I wished to turn you over to the Academia, don't you think you'd already be...
Guys, if you would be so kind to please subscribe to my 3rd channel.
You do have a point.
I have no interest in running errands for that project. As a scholar, I've always belonged to the camp that promotes researcher autonomy. And these days, you're more fascinating than anything the sages can offer.
To the 3rd one, thank you. The other one is the 2nd one, but this is the 3rd one. Oh, thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Not quite. To tell you the truth, I'm still investigating the Divine Knowledge Capsule. Unfortunately, I've run into some difficulties. Everyone says the capsule originated in the desert and was eventually moved to Port Ormos. If I am to get to the bottom of this, I must understand how the capsule first
It still says 0
Which
subscribers.
brings me back to you, and why you're so interesting. The leader of Ainul Ahmar used the Divine Knowledge Capsule right in front of you, and upon seeing him, your expression became perplexed, and you were lost in thought for quite some time. To have that kind of reaction, I think you must have realized something. Are you interested
something went
at all
wrong.
in sharing what you've been hiding from me?
I wonder why.
I'll hate them. You really have a ridiculous...
So that's your answer. Well, I
Wonder
do work for the
how
Academia
I
after all.
find.
So considering that, it is indeed wise to keep your cards close to your chest. But that
And
does
all
prove
that
you
I
do have some
can see
undisclosed information about the
is
Divine
just a
Knowledge
yellow
Capsule.
lemon tree.
Am I right?
Turning my head upside down, turning around. No pressure. And all I can see
No matter.
is
Rather than
Scaramouche
simply learning the answers
leaks.
from you, I'd still prefer to investigate on my own. Speaking of, you two are
And who
also
was the
headed
other
to the
one?
desert?
Paul Ruzan?
That's right.
So who's
We have the
excited?
same plan as you.
I'm
But
excited for
we
Scaramouche,
don't have any concrete
I
proof.
might get Scaramouche in
Then
his
I'd
weapon.
suggest starting with Aaru Village.
But it will
It's
depend
always
on
better to
his
travel
kit.
with someone you know. Let's go.
So I'm hoping that Scaramouche's kit. Alright, one moment. I'm hoping that Scaramouche's kit will be great. If Scaramouche's gameplay is going to be awesome, oh my Archon, I'm gonna get his signature weapon as well. I'm so hyped. I guess that's why I'm motivated because I want to get C6 Kazuha on this account, but
Whoa.
learning about Scaramouche, it makes me want to play all day. Not yet. I'm about to post, so I'm thinking about what to post on that third channel. So I'm checking out my best videos. I'm gonna get one of those videos right now, so just so that maybe you can get an idea what I will post on that channel. So, if as much as possible on that channel, I want to post my best Gundam videos, like my stop motion videos. So,
Would you care to enlighten
I'm working on
me
it
as to
right
when
now.
and how I invited the General Mahamatra's wrath?
Oh, Hatham. Do not think you can escape my judgment, just because you managed to escape my attack.
Judgment? So that's how you'd characterize your actions here, is it? Or would elimination perhaps be a more accurate description?
Not yet. I'm still trying to get the video, my stop motion video. I'm trying to
Though styled like an assassination,
look for it
only to ensure that
and then
my
upload
target would
it
be
as soon as I
unable to
find it.
flee or resist. Standard practice for the Matra, as well you know.
Seemed to me more like your own personal touch.
Who is that, Al-Haytham? Did you call him General Mahamatra?
Yes. General Mahamatra Sino, head of all the Matra at the Academia. He's a formidable hunter, and the ultimate nightmare for any who have committed academic crimes.
You seem to have placed a lot of trust in Al-Haytham, to the point of blocking an attack for him. If I were you, I'd never choose to side.
So yeah, I'm working on YouTube all day. I'm also gonna work on my other channels.
I've been pursuing this scribe.
Also, I playing Genshin all day. So yeah, I'm kind of glad that I just need to press X with the stories. But but I think I need to get these Archon or maid quests done. If the new characters come out or new maps or new events, I will be forced to play all this
Nothing escapes a Matra's senses.
quests, Archon quest, main quest, in order to progress. So Hoyoverse locks it, so I might not be able to do the events or unlock an area or do a quest if I don't.
What does this capsule mean to you? And
get
why,
slowly
still
get these
unmasking the
Arcan quests
Academia,
done. So
are
yeah,
you all alone in the desert?
I'm gonna upload right
As
now
far
the
as
first
I'm aware,
video on
other
the channel.
mercenaries
So I'm gonna
speculated about
change
your
the name to
disappearance. Have you been given a mission
Ultimate
that's, let's
Coordinator.
say, morally
Hold
dubious?
on.
If I was the real target of your mission, what was stopping you from simply using your authority and resources to judge me within the walls of the Academia?
I should have known you'd be difficult to deal with.
You two? Ugh. What should we do, Traveler? Paimon feels like we can't trust either of them.
Well, look at you two, acting all tough and self-righteous over there.
Wait, Dia? Great, finally!
Oh, thanks. So you're the very first subscriber. Okay, I'm gonna upload the very first video. Yay!
Yeah, sure looks that way. Two giants from the Academia duking it out once and for all. Not something you get to see every day, that's for sure. Listen, I know you academic types love to fill up your big brains with self-righteous morality and lord your empty rules and virtues over each other. But how dare you bring your petty disputes into the safe haven of Aaru Village? It seems like someone's gonna have to beat some sense into your thick skulls until you finally learn to respect these grounds. Hey, did either of you hear a word I
So
just
on this
said?
channel, I want to like upload my best videos, hopefully. Oh yeah, I like my keyboard. It also has lights, RGB lights, but it doesn't blink, but I like it.
Hey! All of you, over here, quickly! We have to take cover.
It's just a cheap keyboard. It's a
That sounded like Candace.
cheap branded keyboard.
Come on, you two. Jeez, are all of you Academia folks such hard work? Move it!
All right, stop yelling.
So it's nice. My channel updated already. Okay, so the first video is uploading. It's not best quality stop motion, but one of my
Well, this is pretty awkward.
best efforts so
Wanna
far.
play sardines with three people who want to tear each other limb from limb? Sure, why not? Sounds fun.
It's like I just edited myself, like a 4 days production by myself.
My sincere apologies, everyone. This is the home of our village chief. I will have to ask you to make do with this small room until the sandstorm dies down. Please, let me introduce myself. I am Candace, protector
Whole
of
day
our village.
editing and producing. Wow, my body and my arms hurt.
Nice to meet you, Candace. The name's Paimon. Thank you so much for helping us.
It's like 2 years ago.
There's
I
no
was
need to
so
thank me. It's only
traumatized
right
and
to help each other
exhausted.
when the weather
I
gets rough.
don't want to do it again,
Wow, she's so gentle.
but I should do it again, you know.
Like a nice older sister. Unlike those guys over there.
All right. Now that we're all better acquainted, we should return to the topic at hand. As a guardian charged with the responsibility to protect my fellow villagers from harm, I was observing your conflict from afar, even before the sandstorm started.
Because I
Now
love
that you've set
Gundam.
foot within Aaru Village itself, it is all the more my
Oh,
responsibility to
this is
make
a nice
absolutely
thumbnail
sure
here.
that you pose no threat
Alright.
whatsoever to us. So please, have an honest and sincere
And I got a
conversation with
copyright
one
claim.
another and put your hostile feelings to
Yeah, I
rest.
hope you like it.
If anyone dares to start anything again while they are under this roof, I will not hesitate to send them out for some quality time with the creatures of the sandstorm.
Oh, on second thought, Paimon may have misjudged Candace's character.
And that goes for you too, Miss Dia. Do I make myself clear?
All right, we got it, Candace.
That's what I like to hear.
So I want to make that
So,
other channel because
which of you will begin?
my
I
Gundam
was supposed to
content
be a
is
mediator,
overshadowed
but,
by all
might
the
have gotten a
Genshin
little
content.
too involved just now. Anyway, one of those two should probably start talking.
Wait, that was you trying to be a mediator?
I have nothing to hide, so there's no shame in explaining myself. While Al-Haytham wasn't wrong about the other Matra not knowing my whereabouts, it's not because I've been assigned a morally dubious mission.
Oh, so you only have like 2
Rather,
viewers, so I think that's
I've
me.
chosen to
The other one
exile
is me.
myself.
But how are you doing today? Thank you so much for
A little while ago,
dropping by my
I
channel.
discovered that there was data missing in the Academia's project planning and development files. What little they did report clearly did not match the project's actual progress. As General Mahamatra, I had the
Do
responsibility
you watch Gundam?
and
So
authority
yeah, I
to
think I
request an
chose
audit.
that
However,
thumbnail because
to my surprise,
Seed
the person
fans,
responsible
Gundam
for
Seed
the
anime
erroneous
fans
data
know that it's
was none
it's
other
like
than
one
Grand
of the
Sage's
it's like an
Czar
epic
himself.
scene, an epic
I
fight
tried
scene,
to
and that's an
investigate
epic
the issue
moment
myself before submitting a formal
when
audit
Kira
request.
Yamado
But I soon
sliced the head
found
off
that
the
all
machine
leads and potential
of the
pieces of
Gundam of his
incriminating
friend
evidence
Asrun
were
Jaw.
carefully concealed from me. I
So I
began to
think
realize
that weird thumbnail
they were cautious of me from the very
might
beginning.
get
Unsurprisingly, the Grand Sage
might get
rejected
the
my
views,
audit request as soon
might
as
get
the
clicks
submission
because
reached his desk. He even
it's
said
insane,
to
you
me,
know, head off the
"The
Gundam.
power of the General Mahamatra is granted by the sages. You have no right to judge us."
So they really are
Yes,
up to
yes.
no good.
I realized then that the Grand Sage,
Hope you like my
the
work. I
Matra are
edited
nothing more
like
than tools for the sages
4 days, I
to
think.
assert and maintain their control over knowledge. The vows that we took, the principles that we strive to uphold, they are meaningless to the Academia of today. I believed it would be wise
You
to
know,
flee the
because
Academia
on
before the
YouTube,
sages had a chance to
weird
take
ass
action
thumbnails
against
work,
me.
I guess.
This way,
Yeah,
you can
just
no
me.
longer
It's
see
just
me
like
predict my
1 minute
actions.
or more
I
stop
will never
motion.
give up
It
on
took
this
like 4 days. It's
investigation.
insane. It's not even
There's
the
no
best
need for
quality.
someone else to
If I
give
want
me
to
power
improve like
or authority.
the quality,
Once I find the truth,
I will not have a life. You
I
know,
will
that's how
administer
hard
judgment
stop
by
motion
my
is.
own name.
Sino seems to have the same goal as us. We're all investigating the sages. Plus, now that he's no longer the General Mahamatra, well, Sino, if that's your story, then why did you see Al-Haytham as a target?
When I was investigating the matter in the Academia, I overheard a conversation between Al-Haytham and a sage. The
Yes,
sages
I work
asked you to
especially on
investigate a
YouTube. I
blonde-haired
work very hard, you
traveler.
know, because it pays the
Do you
bill.
dispute this,
It's the
Al-Haytham?
only YouTube is the only thing that pays the bill.
Like many parts of the
So we gotta
project,
work hard.
this assignment was undocumented.
And I'm very
Yes.
productive.
I was
I just
indeed
recently
tasked with
quit my
investigating the
my job
Al-Haytham!
because it's time
After
exhausting.
all,
I have
the
to like
promised reward was
wake
so
up 3
great that
hours
hardly
before
any
work
scholar
and I
could
have to leave.
refused. The sage told me, once you've completed this
So I have to commute
assignment,
2 hours, so
I
it's
can
insane.
give you a glimpse of divine
So I
knowledge.
quit my job
A most
and
enticing
I just
offer.
focus on YouTube.
Unfortunately, those academics don't know me at all. Their words contain one key piece of information, namely that divine
I'm
knowledge
gonna watch
indeed
it also
exists.
right now. Oh, it's still
They gave
loading.
me all
Oh,
I
it's already
needed to know.
finished.
From my perspective, the sages are far from trustworthy. Think about it. Isn't it a little strange they're so willing to share divine knowledge with anyone, even as a reward? So, I began my
I love
own
this anime.
investigation following the lead of the divine knowledge capsule. In the end, I realized my wisdom in committing to this rather than collaborating with the sages.
And this is my
Had I
first
been less
take
direct,
on stop
I
motion
probably would have
as
ended up
well.
like the Ainul Ahmar mercenary, incapable of remaining sane for long enough to hold a conversation.
You mean that the sages originally planned to dispose of you?
I'd already given up on the assignment by then. I only told the Academia I was waiting in Port Ormos for you to appear so they wouldn't suspect anything. So it came as quite a surprise when I encountered my erstwhile target while investigating the Divine Knowledge Capsule.
Criminals do love to talk about coincidences.
Even though I ran into the Traveler by chance,
Yes, I'm watching
I
it.
had no intention of providing assistance to the Academia.
I
You should
love this.
remember, you were the ones who decided to follow me and
I
start
love
a
most of
conversation
the
after.
That's true.
videos I edit.
I'll
I
hate to help
produce.
this out at Caravan
And I love this
Ridge.
anime. I love these characters.
Telling the truth.
I'm willing to apologize.
These are actually my
I took
Master
the
Grade
Divine
Gundam
Knowledge
toys. You
Capsule
know,
behind your back because I judged its existence to be a significant
these are
risk.
actually my own
I
toys,
felt
my
that it would
own
be best for
Gunpla.
no one to interact with it before it had been properly studied. After
What's
all,
that?
curiosity often proves to be the most dangerous thing in this land.
Oh, I
You
see.
should be well aware, Scribe
Nice.
Al-Hufan, that curiosity can also lead you to danger and suspicion. Answer me this.
Well,
Did the
honestly,
siege share any information
it's
about their
model
project?
kits that that you
Have I not
assemble.
made
Model kits,
myself
Gunpla,
clear?
Gundam.
You and I are both distrusted by the Academia. Do you really think they would tell me
And
anything?
also, yeah, also I
Fine.
edit as well
Well,
some
you have been
anime scenes.
completely proven your innocence. You
But
won't be guardians anymore. For now.
it's plastic model,
As you
so
wish.
the stop motion. And then some CGI
Let's
scenes
see
as
to
well.
clearing up your misunderstandings. And now you, Dia. I believe it's your turn.
Oh, sorry. Whatever
You
you
know,
boys were
honestly,
talking
I think
about
I
must have been
did a pretty good
so
job, even
boring
though it
getting
was my
chased
first
out.
time. No, I just
You
love
know,
doing this.
my situation is pretty straightforward. My employer, Dunyarzad of the Homayani
So, and then
family,
the
is
story.
friends
So
with the
that's
Traveler and is currently recovering
so
from
he
an
got like
illness at home.
destroyed, but
I had
for some
nothing going
reason he
on,
managed to
so I
escape.
decided to return to Aaru Village for a visit.
So this is like a
I was
plot
actually
hole in the
looking forward to
series.
a pretty exciting time getting back together with everyone here.
Maybe like
But then I saw these two random guys in the middle of
15
a
hours
pointless
from now.
argument. It ticked me off, and things went downhill from there.
Is that all? Well,
So I will sleep. I might sleep
that
like
definitely sounds like your
5 hours
style.
from now.
In that
Yeah, as soon as I
case,
wake up, I stream.
welcome back,
There's nothing
dear.
else to do in my
That's
life.
more
So.
like it. I missed you all so much, Candace.
Whoa! What was that sound?
No need to worry. Now that you're no longer at each other's throats, please make yourselves at home. I'll take a quick trip outside to clear out some of those creatures in the sandstorm.
Creatures? In the sandstorm? Are you sure you don't want some backup?
Fighting in a sandstorm is not for the faint-hearted. Anyone without extensive training in these conditions is at a disadvantage.
I stream like maybe
Yeah, just leave them to Candace.
15 hours
Don't
from now.
worry, she's as tough as they come.
If that makes sense.
The wind's died down. That means the sandstorm's over, right? Candace still isn't back yet, though. Is she alright? Maybe we should go out and check on her.
When you put it that way, even I'm starting to feel a little worried. All right, let's go. We've been here long enough.
I think maybe 7 hours sleep. I got like 7 hours sleep last night. Yeah, I think that's good enough. 7 hours sleep. But when I was working, so I have double jobs, YouTube and a job. You can only like get like 3 hours sleep, which is insane. So that's why I quit my job and I'll just focus on YouTube instead. At least if I do YouTube all day, I'm not stressed, and I don't need to commute like 4 hours commute a day. Yes, I should. So, well, sometimes it's oversleep. Oversleep is also bad. So 7 hours, 8 hours sleep. It's still, that's fine. That's fine. Sometimes when I sleep more than that, maybe 9, 10 hours, I feel bad. I don't feel healthy as well. So yeah.
You've been out here dealing with these creatures the entire time?
Yes. They just keep coming in waves.
Here comes another wave!
Leave this round to us. I got interrupted earlier, but now I have something to take my anger out on.
It's been quite a while since I've seen the Flame Mane in action. I'll leave these to you then.
I'll be sure to put on a good show.
Maybe later or tomorrow I'll add more videos. On that channel.
I must leave no stone unturned.
So I'm gonna be working like extra hard, I guess. Oh, I live alone as well, and I can't control my sleep as well. That's why I just keep on working on YouTube, keep playing Genshin, keep grinding Genshin, grinding primos and quests. Because I can't control my sleep, and hopefully when I grind too much, I get some sleep, I get tired, and my body shuts down.
What we fought just now was probably the aftermath of the sandstorm.
So yeah, I think we're the same, you know, I also live alone.
No injuries, I hope.
Living alone is hard, honestly.
Who are you?
Ah, my apologies. I haven't had a chance to greet you yet. I had my hands full taking care of the village's elderly and children. I am the chief of Aaru Village. Everyone usually calls me...
Oh, sir. I am also originally from the desert, but I have not been back for some time now.
So I think of ways to be productive, so maybe I'll make another channel like the third one, and I don't know, move the Gundam videos there. Yeah, it is very hard. How old are you, by the way? If you don't mind asking. And why do you live alone?
Investigator who stayed in the village a while ago. These unusual natural phenomena are related to the withering of Irminsul.
So, but at least I have like I have you guys. 24. So you're working. At least I do live stream. At least I get to interact with people, with awesome people. You know.
Everything in the natural
So
world
it helps with living
connected
alone.
to Irminsul.
It really does.
These regional symptoms can indeed be a reflection of Irminsul's present state.
Everyone in Aaru Village needs to take good care of themselves.
For some reason, my computer is getting slow.
Speaking of which, why haven't I seen a single village keeper since I got here?
Village keeper? Who are they? Village guards like Candace?
Does your curiosity know no bounds? Village Keeper is how Aaru Village refers to mad scholars exiled here by the Academia. Most of them are scholars who lost their sanity after a period of training in the Hepatia forest.
Oh,
the Academia believes
did you get robbed when you were
may have a negative
when you left your home?
Psyches of other
So that's also one of my
scholars.
fears. Is, I might get robbed as well.
Exactly what we've been trying to
The place that I live here is not too good, but hopefully in a couple of weeks I'll be leaving to a better place.
If you're planning to stay around the village for the next few days,
well, I'm glad you didn't get robbed.
If you could keep an eye out for
well, maybe you should try to get along with the neighbors so that they can keep a lookout when you're gone.
The Matra are the ones responsible for their exile. Now that you're no longer with them, are you trying to alleviate your guilt and atone for your past sins?
Oh, that's why.
I'm fascinated by how you think.
So yeah, so I don't do that anymore.
Mock me if you will, but if you are guilty,
so but the disadvantage is if I get locked out,
regardless of my position,
I get locked out. But I left my key to my mom. She lives like a few kilometers away. She lives in a different subdivision.
Oh, these poor scholars. First they lose their sanity, now this! We need to help get them back home, safe and sound. But, is it really a good idea to tag along with Sino? You seem like you really don't trust him.
I'll be grateful for the assistance. No doubt you will do a better job than some of my former subordinates. Let's start by finding a spot to share what we know so far.
What do you do for a living? So are you working or studying? Oh, that's a lot of Grimos. So this is my third account, which will be saving for Scaramouche and maybe Scaramouche weapon as well.
Although I've sent myself into exile, I'm still doing essentially the same things as before. Do you still have any questions for me before we start our investigation? One of my former subordinates told me that this title has its origins in a strange incident. The Academia has long exiled mad scholars to Aaru Village. A mysterious phenomenon exists here. When mad scholars first arrive, they are as incoherent and deranged as before. But after spending some time here, they invariably begin to calm down. Initially, the people of Aaru Village greatly resented having to take in the mad scholars. But a strange incident one night changed that. Aaru Village was struck by the strongest earthquake in living memory. Seeing buildings on the verge of collapse all around him, the then chief of the village was preparing to take everyone to safety. Suddenly, he noticed a mad scholar crouching in a corner, caressing the ground with his hands. A soft, green light, despite the powerful tremors that ripped through the ground that night. All the houses remained upright, almost as if they had grown roots reaching deep into the ground. In the end,
yes, I also
not a
lost my
single
key as
building
well.
collapsed,
I got locked
and
out.
no one was hurt.
But the
The
disadvantage
people of
though
Aaru
is
Village treated the mad scholars with greater
if
kindness,
someone knows
and began
that
to
you
refer to them
like leave your
as the
key,
village keepers.
it's dangerous.
A mad Paimon thinks so too. Actually, Sino, do you know if any of the mad scholars continued to wear their Akasha terminals at Aaru Village?
Do you have a family
In
nearby?
theory, they would
Or
continue
a
wearing
few
them so the
kilometers
Academia
away?
could still monitor their activities.
Maybe you can leave your
That said,
spare key there.
the main Akasha system would no longer have any interaction with them.
Oh, no wonder! Everything makes sense then! Add in the fact that they calmed down, it was probably Nahida who calmed them.
If you are able to draw conclusions
So what
from this
happened?
one
How
story
did you
alone,
prevent the robbery?
then it appears you possess much more information than I do. So, what do you make of the story? Really? Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Maybe tomorrow.
You don't believe us? Lesser Lord Kusanali was definitely using the Akasha to give her power to the mad scholars!
No, it's not so much that I don't believe you. I'm just struck by your reasoning. Lesser Lord Kusanali, the current Dendro Archon. Is she really active in Sumeru? The Academia has always placed far greater importance on the late Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. They've more or less ignored Lesser Lord Kusanali, and I've never had any reason to doubt their... In addition, I've never heard any stories about Lesser Lord Kusanali and her deeds. To me, she might as well have been a god that never existed.
No way! Nahida definitely exists! She's a... How should Paimon put it? She's a good Archon who's kind and wise. Even if she says weird stuff sometimes.
I've spent many years interrogating criminals, so I can easily tell when someone is lying.
Good! Then you should know that we're telling the truth.
That look in your eyes. I've never seen that from a liar. Yet you really must have met Lesser Lord Kusanali. How can this be? To think, our Archon has been amongst us this entire time.
Alright, now it's our turn to put our skills, but easier said than done. Especially since we don't have any leads. Maybe we can start by knocking on some doors.
Excuse me, are you here to help me find my grandpa?
Huh? Who are you?
By the sounds of it, a resident of this village.
My name is Isak. You'll help me find my grandpa, right?
Is your grandpa a mad scholar?
Hey, don't say that. Grandpa is just Grandpa. Why do you have to call him that? It's not like he's a bad person or anything.
The person you're referring to is not a local. Yet you are. Why do you call him Grandpa?
Grandpa is just Grandpa. He's my family. I heard everything you said to the village chief. Please, you gotta take me with you. I want to find my grandpa. I swear I'll help. I won't be a nuisance.
Ah, so you're the one who was eavesdropping on us around the village chief's house. I was planning to go out and take care of whoever it was. But I had a vague feeling that they didn't harbor any ill intent.
Whoa. Haven wasn't kidding about Matra having sharp senses. Sino, he's just a kid. All he wants is to find his grandpa. Let's find a way to help him.
Sorry. I was only listening in because I wanted to know where Grandpa...
All right. But first, let's confirm the facts with Candace.
Sino is super vigilant. Is this what all the Matra are like?
Ah, you're back already.
We just wanted to confirm something with you. Do you know a boy by the name of Isak?
I had a feeling he'd go looking for you.
Huh? You knew this would happen?
Yes. Although he tried his best to stay hidden, I still noticed him eavesdropping outside the window. He really wants to get his grandfather back. Isak's parents were both Aramite mercenaries who rarely returned to the village after finding employment in the city. He was raised by his grandfather. Unfortunately, it was only a few years before his grandpa passed away. Isak later, an elderly mad scholar arrived at the village. Isak thought the scholar bore a striking resemblance to his grandfather, and thus often spied on the man. However, the scholar was unkempt in appearance and incoherent in speech. Although Isak referred to the man as his grandpa, he was afraid and didn't dare to approach him. One summer night, the oft mumbling and bumbling grandpa suddenly calmed down and seemed to become more lucid. He even noticed Isak hiding in the distance. So Grandpa walked up to Isak and patted him on the head. He even took Isak to the entrance of the village, where he patiently taught the boy the names of the stars, and accompanied Isak until he fell asleep. The next morning, Isak woke up and wanted to go find his grandpa again, only to realize his grandpa no longer recognized him. However, even so, Grandpa retained his calm expression. It's said that those who saw the scholar claimed he no longer appeared to be crazy, but appeared to be living in his own world, almost as if he were sleepwalking. Isak was thrilled that his grandpa was able to find peace, and would follow him all the time, asking him things like, "Grandpa, want me to take you somewhere fun?" Or, "Grandpa, could you tell me stories about the stars again?"
All this somehow just makes Paimon feel really sad. It seems like they both deserve so much better.
Perhaps. Nearly everyone who lives in the desert has some form of hardship or regret. But even so, we must still continue on with our lives. It's also my reason for fighting. I must continue to protect this land.
Maybe the people have always had a considerate god watching over them.
Huh? What did you say, Sino?
No, nothing. As long as Isak keeps his word and doesn't get in our way, we can take him along.
Perhaps you are more compassionate than I gave you credit for. Please accept my thanks on Isak's behalf, Sino.
Hey, Isak! Oh, it's you guys! We've cleared everything up. Let's go find your grandpa! Really? Wow! Thank you so much! Yeah!
Alright. Let's ask the local residents some questions first.
Excuse me, did you happen to see where the missing scholars went?
You mean the village keepers? Oh, let me think. When I was eating dinner the other day, I saw one of them by the side of the road, muttering away and eating mushrooms and tree roots. They shouldn't go around eating that kind of stuff.
Okay. Did you notice anything else?
Anything else? No, I think that's all I have to tell you. Sorry.
The scholars that have gone missing. Have you seen them?
Those eyes. Those fierce eyes. You look like a real fighter.
Don't change the subject.
Right. You were asking about the the mad scholars. I think it's been a few days since I last saw them. I usually go to bed pretty early, so I'm not too familiar with what goes on at night. But honestly, I feel quite sympathetic towards them. Even though they act a little strange, they've helped me in the past. If it weren't for them, my house would have collapsed long ago.
Do you also think Grandpa and the others are good people?
Grandpa? Oh, hello there. It's little Isak. You mean that nice man who looks like your grandpa's long-lost twin, right? He was actually the one who protected my house. I saw it with my own eyes. He happened to be staying near my house that day and was doing something with his hands on the ground. It still feels pretty surreal now that I think back on it. Did someone teach them how to do that? Well, whatever the case, I'll always be thankful to him and whoever taught him to look out for others. I'm pretty sure that if I ever went mad, I wouldn't be able to do anything like that.
Gotcha. Thank you. Sir, have you seen my grandpa recently? You know, the one who likes to sit and space out near the village entrance.
Oh, the last time I...
Oh,
Thank you. Thank you for taking care of him.
It was nothing. You're looking for him, right? Did he go for a walk and get lost?
Yeah.
That's no good. Well, once you found him, come by my place again. I've known you since you were very young. So as far as I'm concerned...
Wow. Okay. Thank you, sir.
Huh? Don't say anything for now. Isak, stay here. Let's head over there. Stay quiet as you move. Listen, see if you can make out what they're saying.
Have you heard? The mighty Scarlet King, the sovereign of our faith, will soon return to this world.
Yes, of course I have. The Scarlet King is the one and only true ruler of this land. I've never believed in any other gods. Still, you say he's coming back, but it sure doesn't feel like life's about to change around here anytime soon. What's your proof?
Haven't you noticed? The village has been getting more deranged scholars than ever. Delavar was saying that many people also went insane just before the fall of the Scarlet King's civilization in ancient times. We don't quite know why, but it seems like there's some sort of connection between insanity and the Scarlet King. Isn't it a sign of the Scarlet King's power that all the mad scholars have disappeared? If you ask me, they must have been chosen as the final sacrifice for the Scarlet King's resurrection.
Huh. Now that you say it, that does make some sense. Does this mean our lives are finally going to take a turn for the better?
Exactly. Those city folks will get what's coming to them.
Now, repeat everything you've just said from the very beginning.
Huh?
Who are you? Where did you come from?
My patience is running thin. You heard what I asked.
Yeah, bro, this guy's something else. Just look at his eyes. One wrong move, and he's gonna flay us alive.
Let's not get on his bad side, okay? I am no match for this guy.
Oh, okay, good sir. What is it you would like to know?
Tell me about the Scarlet King's resurrection.
Well, I only know a few things from hearsay. I went for a drink the other day and heard others talking about a rumor that the madmen will disappear, and that the Scarlet King will return to this land. I'm not making this up, I swear!
Hey, go on, keep talking.
It's true. It's all true, sir. We desert folk have had more than enough of those people at the Academia. They keep sending us all their mad scholars and won't let us have a good life. Would you want to live like this if you were in our place? The radicals were even more thrilled than me when they heard the news. We're all praying for the Scarlet King's speedy return. Delavar also said that once the Scarlet King returns to our side, it's only a matter of time before we conquer the land on the other side of the wall. They're all willing to serve under the Scarlet King and fight for a share of the glory.
Is that so?
Seems like he still wants to know more. Keep talking.
Got it. At first, I told myself it was just the drink talking, but then all the mad scholars vanished without a trace, just as the rumors said. Please don't beat me up just for mentioning these rumors. If I'm guilty, then everyone else around here is also guilty. I'm just saying what the others said.
The people here really like the Scarlet King, but dislike the Dendro Archon.
Where is this radical person you talked about?
I haven't run into him over the past few days, so he probably hasn't been around the village. What about you, man? Have you seen him at all?
No, not at all. We wouldn't dare lie to you. He's really not here right now.
Sounds like you're not too close with the radicals.
No, of course not. All we know are their names.
I have many ways to stop you from talking. and many others to stop you from sending warning messages. So you'd best just stay home and hope I don't hear of you trying to contact anybody. Don't do anything until I've gotten to the bottom of this. Try something foolish, and even Candace won't be able to protect you.
Yes, yes, got it. We'll do just as you say.
That scared Paimon half to death. Sino is pretty terrifying. He didn't try to reassure us at all. It's like...
I heard that.
Sorry.
It's part of being a Matra. The rumor we heard just now seems like a strong lead. But we need to check a few more places. Very well.
Isak!
I'm here.
Where's your grandpa's house?
Well, I can take you there. Just follow me.
Join the Aramites and embrace a wonderful new life.
Whenever you need me, I'll be there. Grandpa? Oh, he likes to be alone. Sometimes he stares at the sky in a daze, and other times he just pokes at the ground with his fingers. Every now and then, he yells out at the top of his lungs, so a lot of people are really scared of him. But he's a good person, really. I know he is. I swear, he's just like my real grandpa. This is where Grandpa usually stays.
There sure isn't much here.
No.
Incense? Please don't say it's the same one as before. But are you okay? Are you getting dizzy or need to lie down?
There's a scent that you can sense, but I can't.
A certain traveler here once passed out from that smell. Thankfully, Tighnari saved the day. And then he gave us a long lecture to explain all about how it worked.
So, you know Tighnari?
Huh? You know him too? Are you two friends?
Yes. Now that I concentrate, I can also make out the scent of incense.
Wait, surely Tighnari didn't lecture you too?
No. No need. Did you first encounter this scent at Tighnari's house? In the forest. From a scholar.
are you looking for, Sino?
Here it is. Take a look right here.
Paimon doesn't see anything.
Although the traces have been completely buried in the sand, there are footprints here. From the size and shape, they belong to an adult male. This pattern is a common one from this area. Local shoes. This was probably someone from the village. The scent is quite faint, but still extant. The
But who would come looking for Grandpa? He doesn't have any friends.
We'd have to ask whoever lured him away with the incense.
Huh? So you can lure someone away with just a scent? Hey! What's wrong with liking good food? Everyone's got something they love in life.
Exactly. Most scholars are fond of incense, since the smell supposedly helps them clear their minds and discover new knowledge. Even deep within the clutches of madness, they still yearn for their knowledge-seeking days, and will follow the scent whenever it presents.
No, Grandpa.
So, someone's taking advantage of their weakness? Huh. Still, why would anyone want to abduct all the scholars? Are the rumors really true? Could the disappearance of all the mad scholars have something to do with the radicals?
It's highly likely.
Please, you have to save my Grandpa. Grandpa's never done anything wrong. Please.
Sounds like we'd better help get him back. Don't you worry, Isak. We won't let whoever took him get away with it.
Let's head to Aaru Village and inform Candace and the others about what we learned here.
Right. The darker fabric definitely looks a lot better. That'd be my choice, too.
We're back, Candace! We've got a lot to tell you.
Ah, welcome back.
Sounds like everyone's friends already.
Oh, Dia's here too!
You bet. So, everything goes smoothly?
Reasonably.
Alhaitham didn't go with you?
We haven't seen him at all.
Huh. I saw him around the village entrance earlier and figured he was investigating with you. I guess he must have gone off on his own.
Did you find out anything useful? I see. So someone used a kind of incense to lead the exiled scholars away from the village.
The resurrection of the Scarlet King? First I've heard of it. Far as I know, the kind of incense you just mentioned is only popular beyond the wall. Scholars are fond of it, but as you can see, there aren't many scholars still studying around these parts. No seller would be able to make a profit here. Not to mention, making incense is a labor-intensive process. It seems someone from beyond the wall must...
Makes sense.
So what should we do then? Do we go back to the Academia and search for leads there?
If it was any other day, that would be your next logical... Didn't you say that the village...
If Paimon remembers correctly...
Ah, yeah. Delavar, the scar-riddled bandit, Engur, the wide-eyed butcher, and these guys have one thing in common, and that's being broke. The rougher life gets, the more they want to believe in the Scarlet King. Way they see it, the Scarlet King's throwing all of Sumeru into chaos is the only way to change the way of life here in the desert. Anyway, that's my guess why they've chosen to become radicals.
Tia! You're amazing! You really know
this... No merc can afford to slack off on gathering intelligence. Every mora I've spent in the tavern has been a valuable investment.
Let's head out.
Now hold on, you're staying right here, Sino.
Why?
Aaru Village is not a big place. Outsiders stand out here like a sore thumb. I'd bet word about you has already gotten out. The desert is unforgiving, so the way of life here is also a lot tougher than on the outside of the wall. You survive on making connections out here. Compared to you, mercs like me are just third-rate amateurs. I've got no actual fighting skills to speak of. I need to go around and ask some questions, but it'll be difficult if you're with me.
Fine.
Good, then we've got a plan. The Traveler and Paimon will go to Caravan Rebot with me, and we'll try our best to figure out where the Mad Scholars have been taken.
All right, sounds like a plan. Well, here we are again.
Sounds like you're starting to get familiar with the area.
Paimon's amazed every time we see the wall of Samiel. How can a wall this tall even exist? It's almost unreal.
I know what you mean. I had the same question every time I walked this way when I was a kid. Also, why is this high wall here? And can a wall really block sand? It was only after I grew up that I realized. The wall of Samiel isn't just there to keep out the sandstorms. It serves a more important purpose, keeping out people like us. Sumeru is run by wise and mighty sages. To them, us desert dwellers are nothing but tools that can be used and discarded at their whim. We're cheap labor, like livestock, but easier to control. Nothing more. Even if a child from the desert got the chance to obtain an Akasha terminal, almost all their requests for knowledge would be denied. The Academia believes we're underserving. Geniuses like Sataria are 1 in a million. The other children never get a single chance to try and rewrite their fate, even though the Academia knows very well that we're humans, just as they are.
That's terrible.
I would tear down this wall with my own hands if I could.
Hey, Dia. You're not thinking about doing anything scary, are you?
No, not at all. This place just gets me thinking, that's all. Besides, we're here to procure information, aren't we?
Yep, we gotta catch those...
Shh. Caravan Rebot is crawling with people, so be careful what you say. We don't want anyone to find out what we're here for. Our mission started the moment we arrived here. Let's go check out the tavern. Maybe we'll find someone I know. Just our luck. None of them are here today.
You mean, you don't see anyone you know?
Dia, is that you? What a coincidence. You here for a drink too?
Zaki. Finally, a friendly face.
Oh, and who do you have with you here? Guests from another land? Hello, hello. I'm Zaki. Dia's,
Anyway, as far as my friends here, they aren't too shabby, are they? You rarely see any Outlanders so friendly and respectful nowadays.
Absolutely. Much better than those people on the other side of the wall. So, Dia, are you looking for someone?
Yeah. Have you seen Engur, Delavar, or Jabari recently?
Of course I have. Matter of fact, we were all here drinking together just a few days ago.
I've got a spice trading deal from another nation. I thought maybe Delavar and his friends might be interested. Know where I could find him?
Ah, how thoughtful of you. Then I assume you also know that Delavar's been having a hard time making ends meet these days, so you came here to help him out?
Hey, keep it down. Let's just say I prefer to keep this deal a secret. Y'all at Caravan Rebot are like family. If there's more to be made, why not do it together? Besides, Delavar and his friends...
Yes, how considerate of you.
Are we there yet?
Yep, this is the place.
This place is practically deserted. What are they doing in a place like this?
Why don't you take a guess? Go on, a wild stab in the dark. You're like lambs to the slaughter.
Oh no! It's an ambush!
What's this all about, Zaki?
Come on, Dia. You really think we didn't hear about what you said back in Aaru Village? The boys have kept a close eye on you from the moment you set foot there. Not only do I know that you're looking for Delavar, I also know that you've teamed up with people from the Academia to look for the missing scholars.
So, you've been watching us from the very beginning?
Uh-oh. Paimon knew leaving Sino behind was a mistake!
And you left the strongest one in the village, didn't you? Who do you think you are? You really thought we'd fall for your little business deal nonsense?
So you and Delavar have been partners all along.
Dia, I guess it's only natural for a traveling mercenary like you to be out of the loop. Those of us who hang around the tavern have stronger bonds than you think. But you got one thing right. We're all looking forward to an uprising in Sumeru. There's nothing more we'd like to see than the desert folk overthrowing the Academia.
If that's the case, then I'm sure Delavar wouldn't miss a second of it.
I'll be honest with you. If it weren't for what you said in the village, your little monologue about the Wall of Samiel would have convinced me that you're one of us.
Delavar. And Engar, you're here too, huh?
Long time no see, Miss Mercenary. You should have known the traitors are what us followers of the Scarlet King despise the most.
Dia, I thought that you, a fellow desert dweller, would understand that the Scarlet King is greater than the Dendro Archon. Little did I know, you don't deserve to join us.
Yeah, gee, what a missed opportunity. Adopting radical views and kidnapping innocent scholars, all because of some baseless rumors. Anything else I'm missing out on?
See? There you have it. Mercenaries are just a bunch of faithless scum with only one thing on their minds. Mora. Pathetic. You're all like a pack of street rats.
You're not wrong. Mercenaries are driven by Mora, and my faith lies with whoever's paying me. As long as there's a profit to be made, anyone can become my friend.
Enough talking! Get him!
Just as I expected. Let's teach him a lesson, traveler.
Following orders.
The new punching bag.
You're open.
You're open.
Oh yeah, really, thank you so much. Thank you as well for constantly watching. Well, I'm feeling productive, so I got nothing to do at home. Yeah, so I'll just stream as well.
Stabilize.
So there's nothing to do in life.
As a dutiful maid would.
Well, at least it's not stressful.
Impossible. How could you?
Than commuting to my job that I quit. Commuting.
How did you say it? It's only
like
natural for a traveling mercenary like me to be out of the loop. I'm guessing your informant told you that I'm just an incompetent
4 hours a day.
no
It's
real
pretty insane.
skills, correct? I mean, that is what I said after all. And of course, you would believe everything.
Thank you. You as well. God bless you
the
too.
only thing you know about me
Much
is that
appreciated.
I'm a mercenary, but you've never seen me in action. Even though you heard we went to handle monsters together, you believed that Candace was the only one doing all the real fighting. That so-called Flame Mane is just a fraud. She admitted it herself. She just uses her connections to gain the trust of others. That's what you thought, right?
You lied in the village because you figured that we'd have people watching.
So how are you today?
And you were stupid enough to fall for it. I figured as much the first time we drank together. You all thought you were so smart. Pathetic. Okay, that should be all of them.
Whoa! So you've been planning this since we were in Aaru Village?
No task can be done
Me too,
without
I'm also
preparation.
tired.
I just happened to notice a couple suspicious-looking people while you were out investigating.
You let them report back!
Those two who were snooping around were just a couple small fries. If we want to get the real catch, we have to be patient and give it some time.
Oh, you mean the funny name she mentioned back in Uncle Ampu's house? The wide-eyed butcher, scar-riddled bandit, Paimon can't remember.
That's just a bunch of drunk talk. Edgar and Delavar like to talk themselves up when they're drinking. Edgar, the wide-eyed butcher, and Delavar, the scar-riddled bandit, are the nicknames they came up with for themselves. Alcohol has a way of making people share what they really think. So Edgar and Delavar are always rambling in the tavern about how the Scarlet King is a superior deity.
What about Zaki?
He's just a numbskull who fell right into our trap. Zaki was probably
Maybe if you could get like a business with a passive income.
And then try to track him down. That's what you wanted to ask when we were at Uncle Anpu's house, right? Jabari is one of the villagers you talked to. You know, the one who wanted to treat Isak and his grandpa.
Yes, if you have a business with a passive income, you can earn money while you sleep.
No, he isn't.
So that's
I
the
just
key.
needed to
If
tag
you
on
want
a
to
random villager named
earn money while you
eavesdropper
sleep,
think that I was
or
making some wild guesses based on my impressions.
Wow!
doing what you love, you know.
Well,
At least you can just work on it like
Ah, you're
a few
too kind. It
few
was
hours
straight
a
from the
day.
usual playbook, if I'm honest.
So, that thing you were saying before,
And just be safe at home.
true?
Hmm? About what?
If you could figure out a business that you like,
Care
you know.
about Mora, and that anyone's a friend as long as there's a profit.
Does that bother you? What makes you so sure?
Dia, do you dislike the Dendro Archon like the other desert folk?
You two are pretty sharp. No, I don't have anything against the Dendro Archon. I've heard a lot of nice things about the Lesser Lord from Dunyarzad. I can understand her devotion and gratitude. Dunyarzad's just an ordinary person. There's no way a god would be so involved in the lives of everyday people, unless they were truly compassionate. I've begun to realize that the sages are behind everything that's happened recently. The radicals' blind belief in the Scarlet King, making the Dendro Archon out to be an enemy. It's all the Academia's trickery. but I see through it all. And unlike them, I can never be hostile towards anyone who's never done anything wrong.
Dear.
Anyway, looks like we're done with business here. Traveler, lend me a hand. Let's tie him up and bring him to the village. This should be all of them. I'll let you take it from here.
All right. I'll be in touch. Until then, please stand by.
Candace, do you need any help?
Candace will be okay on her own. I trust her, so you can too. She's been guarding Aaru Village for quite some time now. If anyone is qualified to question the offenders, it's her.
While I'm questioning them, why don't you pass some time by exploring the area?
I'll meet you back here tomorrow morning, Traveler. As for these idiots, let's just hope they live to see another day.
You seem tired. Hey, Dia!
Right on time. We'll know it.
Paimon's been...
We've known each other.
Oh, Paimon!
Yep. Us mercs on the...
Well, Paimon...
Really?
Oh, sorry.
Yes. I was here yesterday to help out a little.
To help out? By doing what?
Sharing some
Oh!
Right.
Come on in, everyone.
Come on. Let's go inside.
Candace, where... Whoa, you look furious.
Do I?
Oh, there's no
Perhaps I need to work on my composure. Still, it's perfectly understandable why I'm angry.
Yes, please, don't beat us anymore.
Well, looks like Sino...
You fear death. The ones you call mad scholars are known to us as the Village Keepers. They are vital members of our community. You come here...
You've made your bet.
We may both be dead. The people of Aaru Village care little about which god is... A war would only...
I'll tell you everything.
I'm listening.
Some mystery man...
They're called Village Keepers. Slip up...
Yes, it was all that mystery man's doing. He told us to spread word about the Scarlet King's resurrection and talked us into helping him.
That's one.
Huh?
Strike.
Wait, he got us to... You gotta believe me.
That was indeed the truth.
Thank you so much.
Traveler, go on.
You have to believe me.
I believe I may know what's going on.
So I'm trying to speedrun.
Okay.
If my some time ago, it strikes me now that this secretive character shares the same goal they had.
Which means it's highly likely... They were the...
Not the Academia again.
Just as I thought. But what could they want?
People are nothing... Regardless.
You're right.
Time to go.
Yes.
You got it.
All right.
Let's meet back here. Let's get some food in us and then we'll... Whoa! Where did you come from?
Well, as you can see, I am merely sitting here and reviewing what we have deduced thus far.
You were gone for ages! And now you're suddenly sitting here musing to yourself? Where have you been anyway? Hey, what's with the silence?
You never think things through before asking
Paimon's so mad! Paimon's gonna give you an, there's just nothing...
Well, anyway, you
Enough with the silent treatment!
No. I'm just surprised that you decided to...
Alhaitham, you haven't helped us out at all ever since we arrived at Aaru Village.
Yeah!
While you were investing...
Really?
To be honest, not to mention that
Huh? Right?
Correct.
What did you learn?
I'm going to take you to someone.
What does that mean?
How do you think the residents of Aaru Village feel about what we're doing? In other words, do you truly believe every single word?
You mean some of them lied to us?
Hiding the truth does not necessarily... Remember what Gandis said. By contrast, the perils of their daily lives are ever-present concern. Glad you're following. Among those you have... The reason being...
Don't change this.
It's quite obvious.
Right.
She corrected herself mid-sentence because she's aware that there are Scarlet King fanatics in the village. If she sounds too friendly towards the village keepers, she could...
I think it's been a few days.
Remember?
But honestly, I feel quite sympathetic toward...
After speaking to the village chief, it became clear that the village keepers had protected Aaru Village at night. In other words, the young miss was very much awake during that time.
Then why would she lie?
By getting involved with an outsider, she risks drawing unwanted attention to herself. As for why she might be so wary about all this, maybe you should ask her.
I'll pass on this one. You said that she is afraid of me. If so, it's best if I stay out of this.
We're on it!
Miss Shawnee, as we discussed earlier, I've brought someone with me.
Mr. Alhaitham, I'm aware of where you stand, but how can I make sure that your friends think the same as you?
Huh? What do you mean? We need to clarify our stance or something?
Go ahead and talk to her. You'll get the answers you want. Go on. Earn her trust.
Is it really that simple?
May I call you hi, Traveler. I want to ask you something. Do you think the resurrection of the Scarlet King can truly change Sumeru for the better? Why's that? That's very similar to what Miss Candace says. I know you two are friends. That's why I'm willing to talk to you, even though I do have some reservations. Before, I wouldn't even have the courage to ask something like this. Traveler, do you believe our lives will get better?
Yeah! We came here from another nation, so it isn't wrong of you to be weary. And we aren't really residents of any one nation. But even so, we've met lots of people from different places, and we've always fought for what we believed in. We have friends in Sumeru, and we want to help them. That's why we decided to stay here for a while.
I want to trust you. My apologies for posing my questions like that. To be honest, I didn't expect you to come back for more information.
Alhaitham told us you have your reasons. It's okay. We understand.
The fact is that only one side of my family is desert folk. I don't really fit in anywhere in Sumeru. Some believe in the Dendro Archon, while others believe in the Scarlet King. I don't belong to either side, and neither side would want me.
Speaking of which, the radicals mentioned that they despise traitors. Do they just think that anyone who's different from them is a traitor?
Yeah. Some people can be so narrow-minded when it comes to bloodline and beliefs. It makes no difference what I say or how I behave. I'll always be suspected of having ulterior motives. Slowly, I just stopped talking to people. I pretended not to hear or see anything. All I want is to live my life in peace. And then it happened. The village keepers who had helped me disappeared with no explanation.
You can tell them. I'm sure he'll keep your secret.
All right. I'll tell you what I told Alhaitham. I actually have a sharper sense of hearing than most. Sometimes, I hear strange crying sounds in the night.
There are ghosts?
Perhaps. I'm not sure. It's faint, but it's definitely the sound of crying. It comes from far away in the distance, and always carries very raw emotion. It used to be louder and more frequent, but ever since you arrived in the village, it doesn't seem to happen as often, and when it does, it's much quieter. I have to focus really hard to make it out.
I confirmed this with the guards on night duty. They also have someone with a good ear, and he's heard similar sounds at night. But, because we're in the middle of a desert, he would rather believe that they are the cries of beasts.
There's really nothing around these parts, except for an old hospital not far from the village.
I think they used to use it for treating Elazar, but it's been abandoned for years.
Yeah, let's go! It's in terrible shape, and there's sand everywhere. Monsters, watch out!
Advance! Press the advantage! Solidify! This is order.
Quietly now. Here comes the cash.
I'll be back.
Gotcha. Things are about to get done.
I will have order. Pull in! Everyone on me!
Time to clean up. They were easier to deal with. Super strong bandits? Or He looks super serious. We gotta stay on our A game too.
This is the one. Let's go in and take a look.
Hey, Alhaitham, we haven't found squat. Are you sure we aren't wasting our time here?
Patience. Shawnee says she only hears the crying at night. We have time to burn. Until then, I'm taking a break.
And just like that, he sits down. Wait, he even brought a book to read? What are you reading? Let Paimon see!
Okay, sure.
Huh? The natural position, which is the positional propensity of an entity in natural motion.
So...
Oh, Paimon gives up. You keep reading your book. See ya! How is he so relaxed? Look at him, reading an impossible book in a creepy place like this. Hey! Paimon's your Tibet travel guide. Paimon knows plenty of useful stuff already. And anyway, is that Paimon's fault that the books people read in Sumeru are so complicated? Paimon's getting so sleepy. Huh? What was that sound?
There it is. It's coming from that direction.
Is the sound coming from here? Huh. Paimon's not seeing anything.
It's from below.
But there's no way we can get down there.
Something is off about the interior here. As I thought, there's a hidden structure.
Wow. It's like they tucked another hospital into this one. Oh, it looks like there are...
Just what?
Order guide you. Gather. Charge! Rally!
Leave it all to me. As a good knight should.
Propagate! Advance! Stabilize! Charge!
I must leave no stone unturned. Someone needs assistance.
This is order. Gather! Press the advantage! Propagate! Germinate!
Leave it all to me. Time to clean up. I'll catch up.
Solidify! Advance!
I must leave no stone unturned.
I will have order. Stabilize.
Look! There's someone over there! Good idea. Let's approach...
Wait. You're...
He can't speak, and his eyes are unfocused. But he looks too young to be anyone's grandfather. Also, why is he the only one here?
Didn't expect to see him here.
You know him?
He's Razak, a senior of mine at the Academia.
He's a scholar too? Is he the kind that holes up in a forest and mumbles stuff about training?
No. Razak was never involved in any of those things. Leaving that question aside for the moment, him being here alone means that we might be too late. Looks like they've already taken everyone away. For whatever reason, they left Razak here. Perhaps they There are drag marks on the ground. They're clearer by the doorway. Someone was forcefully...
Loaded?
That is one possibility. It looks like they were in a hurry, as if they were afraid of being caught. In their haste... The symptoms are...
Huh?
Allow me to jog your... Don't you think his symptoms look familiar?
Oh! Now that you mention it, they're acting the same way!
Correct. The Academia is behind all of this. It isn't difficult to deduce their ration. First, the Academia spread a false rumor of the Scarlet King's resurrection, emphasizing the role of the village keepers. These rumors were all the persuasion that, as well as being life for the dead, many would give. Even if complications arise, people will see that those involved are all followers of the Scarlet King, and look for no further explanation than differences of belief. A deep-seated mistrust of the desert and everyone in it by the rest of Sumeru will make sure of that. The notion of an Academia plot wouldn't even cross their minds. It may seem like a simple strategy, but it is able to work wonders under Sumeru's current circumstances.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense. It's in line with the village chief's theory, too. But there's still one very important question. Wasn't it the Academia that brought the scholars to Aaru Village in the first place? Why does it want them back now?
Throughout this process, one thing has changed. The scholars' identity. First, they were scholars. Then, they became lunatics. After that, they were exiles. And finally, an exile is still... If you can't find someone, you have no...
Resource? For...
One possibility. With the technology, perhaps the process caused...
So, the human brain...
I'm the Academia's... Anyway, judging by Razak's state... Or perhaps, his curiosity... The look on your face tells me you've realized the answer. That's right. However, the Academia is... I've spent quite some...
You mean, you're not...
All scholars seek to expand the horizons of knowledge. But I'm not particularly interested in gods, so I don't share their degree of zealotry. Extracting information from people as if they were lifeless objects? If this is the direction of academic progress, then the Academia may as well shut its doors.
Sounds like you're really against all this.
Of course. The Academia's actions run contrary to their rules. Whether it be academics or knowledge, everything has its boundaries. If those lines are crossed, the rules and order that govern everything in the world will be destroyed. This matter needs to be corrected, just like fixing a typo in a book.
Wait, didn't you step in to help because you felt sympathy for those poor people?
Not to be callous, but no. My criteria are a little more restrictive than that. There is no shortage of suffering in Sumeru, and the same can be said for the rest of Teyvat as well. What do you plan to do about that? Save every last person?
Probably not.
You can say that. Simply put, I don't blindly place my faith into strength or heroism. I do what I want. The Divine Knowledge Capsule is something I want to investigate in full. That doesn't mean I'm willing to take
Paimon's been wanting to say this for a while. There are a lot of bad guys in the Academia, but you're not one of them. You're their weirdo.
You're probably right. Though I must say, I quite enjoy this feeling of being the odd one out. Uniqueness is also an asset, is it not?
Wow, that's a great way to think about it. Paimon's really impressed. If only Miss Shani had a similar mindset, her life would definitely be a lot easier.
I'm just a more likable person than her in general. There's nothing more to it than that. He won't last long if we leave him here. Let's take him with us. We'll work out our next step after we...
We're back!
You must be tired. You should rest and take some water.
What's the situation?
Who's this?
Unfortunately, somebody who's too young to take on the role of Isak's grandfather. Nevertheless, he's one of the people we're trying to find.
So, at one point in time, the abandoned Elazar Hospital served as the Academia's site for extracting divine cant knowledge.
Yep, pretty much.
Their plan must have been implemented at some point before we arrived at Aaru Village, since divine cant knowledge has been in circulation for a while now. Yet, they fled once we were headed to the village, almost as if they knew we were on their trail. Why is that?
Yeah, why is that?
We may have a mole in our midst. One of us could be secretly revealing our whereabouts to the Academia.
Huh? Are our friendships that shallow?
Looks like none of you have realized wherein lies the issue. Sino, you're the reason why they can predict our movements.
Wait, what's that supposed to mean?
Choose your next words very carefully.
It is simply a logical inference. I have my reasons.
So what you're saying is, Cyno's the mole. Interesting. And here I thought you were the most suspicious one, Alhaitham, since you were always acting alone.
I know. You have a point. But I realized something as we were returning from the hospital. Cyno isn't like any of us.
What are you trying to say?
Do you still remember who you are, General Mahamatra? As a Matra, you are no doubt privy to certain kinds of information. Before you can take action against someone, you are required to have all the facts available, including the less than savory details. Simply put, the Academia has traditionally allowed you access to a wealth of sensitive information. Knowing their modus operandi, wouldn't you expect them to take precautions against you? If you want to raise a vicious wolf, you need to make sure that you can avoid its bite.
The Academia is monitoring me?
It's not that simple. The Academia has eyes all over Sumeru, but they have a special protocol. Every so often comes a Nyagarbaha Day. On this day, the Academia enters new information into the Akasha through knowledge capsules. I remember seeing a thick notebook next to the control panel once. Its contents were all about the General Mahamatra, his activities throughout the day, preferred methods of enacting judgment, everything.
You're saying that the Academia entered my information into the Akasha too? But what's the point in doing that? My actions aren't important enough to be added into the Akasha.
The Akasha is capable of computation. The Akasha's algorithms are entirely capable of predicting your movements.
It predicted my every move.
The Academia...
So that's how it... Tenacity of will. Cyno, don't take it to heart.
They escaped because of me.
Don't blame yourself. It's not like any of us would have known.
I have an idea. If they predicted my movements...
Whoa, you bounced.
There is always an opportunity...
Oh, so that's how it is! Paimon gets it if the Academia is trying to... Yep, that's right!
They'll want to proceed in the direction opposite of where I'm going. I must go.
There's also something I want to investigate.
Let's go, guys! After him!
Please, wait! I want to go too!
You want to go too? If so, you have to promise you'll stay safe.
I want to find Grandpa. I promise I'll be careful and not cause any trouble.
Everyone, I leave him in your hands.
Feels like we're missing someone, though. from here.
Yes. After leaving the village, we should head straight toward the desert.
I know the desert like the back of my hand.
Is that because you play here a lot?
Yep. One time, Grandpa almost got lost in the desert. But I was the one who brought him